manual treadmill and you duct tape your mouse to the front of it, and you convert your mouse to a joystick thing, so it detects your mouse going forward and moves it as forward in the game. Plus, it works for non-VR games, and I could run across the Death Stranding map on a treadmill.
Hello, my peeps. Oh, I'm turned off. What is going on? Huh. Oh, there we are. And then I just turned it back. Oh, no, I think we're good. Okay. Oh, what is it's frozen up there in the corner? Okay. I thought I would show you the image so you could see just how much fun I'm having today. Just a minute, because I gotta find the right button. I can't remember how to. I need this part. I need to see that I am actually live because it's not showing properly on my screen. It says I'm live. Okay. So this is gonna be a fun experimental live today, because you see these little straps. One is attached to a heart monitor and one is attached to a blood pressure monitor. The heart monitor, the sticky things are starting to make me itchy, and I just want to, it's the blood pressure one that goes off every 20 minutes. That is super fun. And it won't register unless I like stop moving my left arm completely and put it down and like try to move as little as possible. And if it doesn't register, it keeps going every couple of minutes till it does. Holy cow, is it annoying. So I have nothing wrong. Just, I guess maybe I should have prefaced with that. Just because we're not sure why my brother died in his sleep. We are taking just some precautionary, doing some testing and just kind of making sure and such. So I'm just doing all these things to set a baseline, but yeah. I thought, oh, it'll be a little bit uncomfortable. Oh no, it's bloody annoying is what it is. Anywho, on with the fun stuff. I have a mixed bag for you today. And luckily the timing was good because we actually my son and I both did our passport renewals, or getting them, they had expired, and the dude came and like requires a signature to drop it off. It was sent by Pure Later as opposed to the mailman, which is what I'm like, I wonder how long they'll be waiting. But he came just before because the dog lost his nuts. That not only did somebody come to our house, but they didn't leave right away, that they stopped and insisted on talking to me. So yeah. Oh, I was going to show you that, but I can't quite show you the thing. So anyways, yeah, I have a mixed bag. I'm talking to myself now, of things to show you today. I got some tips for you. I got some new packaging for you. I got some updates for you. Okay. First off, today is the last day of the sale. Oh, I really need to talk to somebody. So the kits are on sale, 10, 20, 30%, depends. There's actually one kit on there that I looked at. I'm like, that kit's 50% off. But then I realized it's on the last chance list. So there's a good chance it was on sale before and I just didn't realize it. My camera's the angle it's going at. There we go. So the new kit, one of the kits I'm going to show you today is amazing looking. I'm going to put them together because I've seen other people's cards put together. I haven't actually put it together myself, but oh my good Lord. And it's actually 20% off. Usually the newest ones are only 10. And then there was 2 kits that were already unavailable at midnight when I ordered. And I think when I looked, I didn't look today because I had a busy day, but I think there's 3 more that are currently unavailable. But if you go to look in the kit list and it says currently unavailable, it means there's more coming. Because if they had sold out completely, the picture would just go away. Right, so I don't have to worry about that. But anyways, up to 30% off. See, nothing is where it's supposed to be right now on my desk. Let's move that over there. Oh, just one second. Okay, the other thing I forgot to tell you when I did giving you all the updates of things that happened last week. I just knocked something over as I was walking by. I forgot to tell you that the last chance list was being updated. So on the even months, so October being a 10 is an even month, that they update the list. The bunch of new stuff goes on. Sometimes things get like a better sale than they had. So yeah, it's always worth checking out. I looked, there was something specific that I was like, ooh, that's a good, but yeah, once they hit the last chance list, they're not coming back. Once they're sold out of there, that's it. There's no more clearance rack, none of that stuff. So you won't see them back afterwards. So it is definitely, if there's something you want and you see it go on that list, you definitely want to get on it. Just touched my computer and screwed everything up. Because that's how I roll. For some reason, the screen is like massive and it's blocking comments. Okay, so then our extravaganza was this weekend. And oh my God, you guys, I know I say it every time, but I love that day. My jaw is feeling a bit better today. It did not feel better after that. There was a whole lot of chatting and catching up. And I've been trying to eat soft food. So I just have TMJ again, nothing major. And but I had to have some of the good snacks because people brought like really good dips and I had to have them with the tortilla chips and stuff. So it was so much fun though, and just catching up with everybody and crafting. And one of the things we did was watch the World Card Making Day broadcast. And so this is the kit that they had used. It's not exactly the kit. These are the envelopes. I'm not actually sure where the cards are. These are the different cards that I wanted to show you. But this is the box that comes in the kit. This is Heart and Home, I think it's called. Handmade and Heartfelt. I was somewhat close. I got the H's. And this is the kit. So this kit is also on sale. It's normally $44. And I think right now it's at $36 or $38. So it does come with 10 cards, 5 each of 2 different designs. You get the envelopes for it. You get the block. There's some white twine somewhere. And you get like I said, I don't know what I did. I put other cards in here from the event on Saturday. But this is the stamp set that comes with that kit. And it is fantastic. So it's got, first off, it's got this great, like 2 different fonts on it. Hello, sunshine. Happy birthday. Thanks so much. Thinking of you, wishing you the best. And then a 2 and a from. It's just, the stamp set alone is worth getting the whole thing. There we go. Oh, most of my stamps are still on blocks, I see. I have to put it away. Anyway, so there's one of them. The other thing we did this weekend, extravaganza, was made cards that I designed. And we have some leftover parts and pieces. So I forgot to bring a kit home. I'm going to get one tomorrow. So if we still have any left by next week, I'll show you the actual what the kit looks like. But it's all the supplies to make 2 of this card, 2 of this card. And now I'm paying attention because everything's off where it's supposed to be today. There we go. 2 of this card, 2 of this card. So the way they're set up is all the pieces are in envelopes. So your card base, your layer, all your die cuts, everything, some labels for you to use. They're all in the envelope, right? So you just take out the envelope. All you have to do is your stamping. It also comes with a half a pack of the gold ephemera. I don't know what I did with it. You can see on this card though, that's one of the gold ones, the little ephemera one. So these are actually stickers, but you can I just pop mine up on dimensionals on that one. Here's another one. I used one on this card and I just added it to the part I stamped, right? So all the pieces, you get some of the embellishments and some of the all the pieces. So you make 2 of each of these cards. And then you make these 2 cards because there's one is in navy and one is in Highland Heather. I think there's just strips. We had a whole bunch at the event. We had a whole bunch of different options for like if you wanted to put sentiments on them. So putting whatever sentiment you want, but all the pieces to make all the rest of it and the chunks of ribbon and these little embellishments are all in there. So you can make 2 of these Lights of Aurora cards, which are oh God, this stuff's amazing. So at the thing, so this is what we originally thought was going to be the product suite for World Card Making Day. And as it turns out, no, it was not, but they had a whole bunch of artisans. So I forgot to check before I started. Like I said, I have been going nonstop today. A bit of a busy day. they had the artisans go. So there's one did in French. I can't remember where she's from. I want to say France. I don't think she's from Quebec. Can't remember now. Maybe she's from Quebec. I don't know. Did one. Jay Soriano from Great Britain. He did one. A lovely German lady and a lovely Dutch lady. So in the 4 different languages, and each of the artisans did a different project. So before you could go on YouTube and the things were there. They weren't supposed to be, but they were. So I don't know if they changed their mind or if they fixed it or who knows what. But the artisans, each one of the artisans, like in each of the 4 different languages. So there's, I think, about like, so the South Pacific one, one of the European ones, and the North American one is all J. It's all the English version of the artisan demo. Oh my God, that man is a talented artist. But he showed, and with the room, like, what kind of everybody's like talking a bit and watching. And then when he shows it and he does his last little move where he puts his 2 pieces of paper together to make his card front, and the whole room is like, ooh, it was just the best tips. But anyways, you get some really good ideas to what you can do with the Lights and Aurora bundle. So I suggest watching one of the broadcasts, and then just go to the 40-minute mark in like all the other ones in the different languages. Underneath in the title, you can tell what language it is, and just watch just the demo part of with the artisan. It's amazing what they did. But anyways, yes, those kits are $55, and we have so you basically, it's for 10 cards, and there's some extra supplies and stuff in there. So maybe we have 10 of them left. I don't remember now. But the plan was going to be to mail them out if anybody wanted. At this point, it's either porch pickup or you have to wait, and then at some point we'll mail them out. But let me know if you want any of the kits while we still have them. I am doing, and I'll show you them. I'll show you them when I get to the kits. But I am working with the local lady here who is part of A Taste of Home, and twice a year they send packages to the deployed soldiers from Lord Strathcona's horse, Royal Canadian. I got the right name. Growing up, and I was in the military, I was in the Navy, but I always people just called them Lord Strat. But I think there's a proper name for them, so I should start calling them by the proper name. So, and yes, there are a lot of deployed servicemen, and I wish I could do it for all of them. I Googled, I'm like, I bet you there's like thousands of them out there at one time. Sure enough, on average, there's about 3,500 deployed soldiers or deployed members of the military, soldiers, sailors, airmen, whatever. So yeah, there's about 110 that are from Lord Strat that are somewhat local. Some of them live in town or in the surrounding towns and communities in Edmonton. And so we're going to put it together to get cards with handwritten messages in them included in the packages. So I am taking some volunteers for that if you'd like to help. I'm about 2/3 of the way on my cash goal to pay for this stuff. I have about half a dozen, I think, crafters who have volunteered to come and help. We're going to have a little work bee and put them all together. And then I think the most important part of the whole thing is writing on the inside of them. So in Morinville on the 5th of November, they have something called Living Library at the rec center. And there's a bunch of displays and former military, going back to like all the wars, if I'm not mistaken, from the last time I went. There's like some, World War I and II type stuff there. Maybe not the soldiers. And then some soldiers from various different things. And there's bits and pieces. And I think the last time they had some of the big vehicles in the parking lot you could walk around. But when at that event, and then perhaps around town and other different things, we'll have the chance where you could stop by and write in the cards and just write a quick message. And we'll have some guidelines if you need help for like what to write or whatever. But if you want to help be a part of that, let me know. I've posted the link for if you want to donate or volunteer on my Facebook page, and it's pinned at the top. So regardless how many other posts go, it'll always be the one at the top. So if you would like to help, give a little bit of home to soldiers who are away over the holidays, I would love the help. And I think if any group deserves it, that's one of them. Okay, I gotta move along here. I got lots of things to show you today. So right now, the starter kit is on sale. The starter kit is always the best way to get the most stuff for the least amount of money. You can be a demo that does classes and social media and all those things if you want, and runs a business, or you could be a demo who just gets a really good deal to start with, and then gets all their stuff at a discount and gets to do fun demo events. And you get to pre-order like the stuff that comes out in the online exclusives in November. I already got to order because I'm going to show you some of it in a minute. So and there's like so many different ways in between of what you can do. You can just, you and your friends, and like so many different things. But you want to get a lot of stuff for the least amount of money, this is the way to do it. So this time they're doing the deal a little different, and there's two options. So the kit is normally $135, and you get $165 worth of stuff. Plus you get some catalogs and businessy type stuff if you want to use them. If you don't, no biggie. And usually a free, in North America anyways, a free paper pumpkin kit. So you can see what that program's about if you're not familiar. But for the month of October, they've switched it up a bit. So you can get this regular $165 worth and all the stuff for $48. Okay, you also don't pay shipping or tax on this, right? So $165 worth of stuff. I meant to do this ahead of time, but again, it's just been a day, right? Oh, and I got about 2 minutes till this blood pressure thing goes off again and it throws me off. So I got to go fast. Okay. What did I just say? 165. So 165 times 11% shipping times 5% GST, because we're in Alberta, is $192.31 is what it would cost you to get $165 worth of product. Now you want to add on a $36 paper pumpkin kit, you're over $200. $48. See, the math is no brainer. I don't even have to say anymore. Math is a no brainer. Now, if you want to get $252 worth of stuff and you're paying shipping and GST on it, it's $293.71, or maybe add another $36 for the paper pumpkin. You can get that for $135, right? So I didn't hit the it, right? $293.71 is what it would cost you normally. Otherwise, you're paying $135 flat. Now, the Big Shot, it's not called the Big Shot anymore. The cut and die, cut and emboss machine. I wish they would just keep the name the same. I'm challenged sometimes. Is $185. So in the normal kit, at least I'm pretty sure it's $185, not $180. It's one of those two. It's over $165. Let's put it that way. So normally you can't get that in the starter kit because it costs more than the limit, because you can't go over the limit, right? You have to be within this or lower. Oh my goodness, it's 191. There we go. It went up again. I remember that now. It went up in the spring. I do actually remember that. So this is the only time when they do like a special deal where you can get the big cut and emboss machine, and it is worth it. It is slick. I had my Big Shot and I got one of the new machines because I'm like, well, if I'm going to sell them, I got to know what they're like. And I actually sold, oh, here it goes. I actually sold my old Big Shots and bought two of the new machines, because I just, oh my God, they're so smooth and they're just, oh, they're so slick. But anyways, if you don't have one and you want one, this is the way to go. You can order a whole bunch of kits. You can order stuff off the last chance. You can order stuff from the pre-order. You pick your products wherever you want. Anything that is currently available to a demonstrator, and you just pick one of those two caps and one of those two prices to pay. It is the best deal. So I have to do everything with one arm right now until this thing stops. Oh, I forgot to get my cards. So the RSVP is over, but I still got a couple spots left if you want to get in on the quick and easy cards. I can't move yet until this thing deflates. This is going to be the way to go. If you need to make a bunch of cards, I'm just going to be optimistic that the postal strike will be over and you can mail them. So note cards are mailable. I don't have one on my desk that I can reach. Or if you're just handing them out, especially like if you're handing them out around the office or to a big group or something like that, that's the way to go. My next event is, so anyways, we still have that. This is like week after next. And then the last other class that I got going before the Christmas break is North Pole delivery. Sorry, I'm going to get up now that my thing's up and grab the cards, because that makes it so much easier to see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Seriously, I have bins and bins and bins of stuff. You know how they say crafting is therapy? Well, you know, I was having a rough summer and I was crafting my little heart out there for a while. And okay, so here's the ones we're making. And this is the beauty of it. Like, this is I got a time delay going on my thing. It's throwing me off. So look at these little note cards. We're gonna stamp. We got some extra little pieces of paper we can cut or punch. You can fussy cut if you like to fussy cut. I do love to fussy cut. This is the one stamp set that we're using. This is the same, all those Christmas cards, using different stamps from there. I made this card. And then I've got another simple stamping set. So if you need, see, I always need I just need like a few nice little religious cards every year. But look at how cute, like these are just, they go really quick. So if you want to punch out a whole bunch of cards that you need to, because you got a big number you got to get out, this is the way to go. So this is the one on the 18th. And there's still time if you message me to get in on that. And then the one on the 18th. So this set comes with these really fun little box dies. So we're going to make a bunch of these little treat boxes that open up with this fun little, they have this little catch on them that you can open up. This has a tea bag and some mints in it. You can put all sorts, it's too small for a gift card, but you can put all sorts of other things in there. Look at these, and with these little dogs and the bear, and oh, look how adorable these guys are. So we're going to make a bunch of those. And then we're just going to make a bunch of cards. Everybody gets like their own pack of these die cuts. There's 2 full sheets of them. And you'll see I've used, this is what's left. Plus I've made like all these cards with them, right? So instead of having to cut and stamp a bunch of stuff, you can still, we have the stamp set still. So let me make sure I got everything off there yet. And I will have sort of prepped a bunch of cards, and then we'll have a bunch of pieces for making the treat holders. And then you can just go to town and put them together the way you want. But you can make, so there's lots with animals. There's houses, more animals, nice big Bernie. These ones are the die cuts. And then I should have, this one is 2 custom made. So I stamped and cut these cats out so I could have 2 gray ones. There's lots of postal type of thingies to them. So there's parcels and mailboxes and postal envelopes. Those are just, one's made with vanilla and one's made with white because the stickers are both colors in there. We got a little bear. We got this one. And then this is my absolute favorite of like most of the Christmas cards I've made this year. Something about this card speaks to me and I absolutely love it. So yeah, this one and this paper is particular, right? So I will have some strips of this cut out. These are some of the die cuts you get. So I made all of those cards and I still have like a ton left of the die cut. So we'll have lots of fun with that one. But those ones are posted and I will post them again. They're in my newsletter too for the links. So let me know if anybody is coming to those. So off to the side. Okay. So that's it for like all the business updates and stuff. Oh, just a minute, I'm all stuck and kerfuffled. Okay, so what did I do with the punch? So yes, the demonstrators get to pre-order. So I didn't order a bunch of stuff, and then I went back afterwards and went, yep, no, I'm getting some more stuff. So it's kind of coming in 2 orders. So I don't have very much. These embellishments, oh my God, I'm in love with these embellishments. They're flat, they're muted, their colors, oh my God, they're so nice. I like the shiny ones too, but this is like 100% Tracey style. They are called Earthy Matte Dots. Not surprising, that's these ones I like. And the other ones are Pearls of Beauty. But I did order this new bundle. It like jumped out at me right away. So let's take out the very noisy crinkly paper. So look at this new punch that's coming out. Oh, so this is available to you guys on the 1st of October. Nope, 1st of November. So 3 different things. Now here's the thing. Sometimes builder punches, when they have more than one punch, sometimes they can be a little bit annoying. I'll admit it. But the thing with this one is when you make card inserts, you end up with a million pieces, like of 1/2 inch white, like strips from cutting out the inserts, right? So you can stamp on these bad boys and you can pop them in. So you're not like putting in, because I mean, if you put I'll use this one. If you want to cut this bottom one out, this little arrow, and you put a sheet like this, well, yeah, you're going to end up with a whole bunch of them. Now you could just do that. You could just go like this and start punching and have a whole bunch of little blanks for you, right? But because you're going to end up with all these strips anyways, they're the perfect size to stamp on here and then just put it in, and it basically will make 3 different kinds of ends for you. And you can make them as long as you want, because you know with the punches, you can put them in this way, right? So you can just stamp one end and then take it out and stamp the other end or punch. So this punch was like, woohoo! So I automatically grabbed it. Now, the funny part is I was trying to show you the new, I've never had that happen before. I always tell you when you get a new punch, like you should punch it like some old copy paper, envelopes, letters, whatever, just to make sure there's none of the oil left from the manufacturing process. But look at, I got a little shard of metal, a little tiny curl of tin that came off the production. Just throw that in the garbage. Anyways, yeah, so I wanted to show you the new products that were coming out, the new packaging. So of course, the one die or the one bundle that I ordered has no dies, it has a punch. So you'll have to wait to see the die package later. But basically, the die package and the stamp package are the same. So they're no longer, look at this thing. This is what I have to show you. I have all the show and tell of new packaging. So this is our cases, right? This is normally how it goes. These are the ones that I emptied out to show you something else. So this is how I used to store my stuff, right? I'd have stamps on this side and I would put the dies on this side. But I took out a couple packages to show you the new stuff. So all of the stamps now are coming like this, and starting with anything new in November, and then anything that carries over. If they run out of the current stock, when they make it the second time, regardless of how it started, it will be made into photopolymer, right? So they're getting rid of clear stuff, the rubber, cling rubber. So this one is just a little stamp set, but this is, look at how great this stamp set is. And this is ones that fit on that punch pieces, right? So these are like great little sentiments. This is consider yourself hugged. Isn't that great? Happy birthday. You did it. I'm here for you. Thanks a million. Sending my love. Celebrate. Cue the confetti. Here's to you. I can't thank you enough. You're the sweetest. I'm so grateful you are loved. Whew, there you go. So it comes like this, right? So now, instead of being in cases, they're in envelopes. To show you, this is the old envelope from the dies, like what the dies used to come in. So I gotta move my stuff so I can go a little bit lower here. So I can get the whole thing in. There we go. So this is the old one. So I got them lined up at the bottom. So it's about 1/4 inch wider. That's kind of hard to see. And then it is 1.5 inches taller. Okay. So if you had any kind of setup for this, these are a little bit wider, a little bit taller is what they're going to be in. So if I had ordered a bundle that had dies, I would have one envelope for the stamp set and one envelope for the dies. And the other thing that they're doing is right now when you get dies, this is what you get, right? You just get a sheet of paper like this. There's no nothing. But in the new ones, they'll be like this too. So whatever dies are in there, there'll be a picture of what the dies are, so you can see all your dies. So that it's awesome. There's still a couple things I'm gonna have to get used to and have to figure out, but I'm looking forward to this new packaging. Now, with the old packaging, one of the things that they had sometimes was if they had dies that were like a little bit wider. So this is the box that made those, or the die that makes those cute boxes, right? So this is the Jolly delivery one. And I did check because I was curious, because it doesn't fit in a stamp case. It's too big. But lo and behold, it does fit in one of these. So sometimes, and this die is like just big enough to fit a piece of 6x6 paper. So I don't imagine we're gonna have too many dies that are that much bigger than that. But I did check just to see. So this is what the new ones are coming from. And I will have more to show you when I get more of my stuff in. But for now, that's what you get to see. So you can buy a package of 10 of them. They come like this, and they're 22 bucks. So they're about $2 each, give or take. So if you wanted to, you could take some of your old stuff and convert it. So I thought, okay, well, let's see how that goes. Sorry, things are falling over. So I just took a couple of the new bundles. Oh, here's the other thing I was going to show you. It's not very often. This is, I think, the first time we had it, but these are the big monster party banner dies with the letters and the banners. So to show you this size, I don't think these are ever going to fit in the normal system. We don't get honking big dies like this that often. But this is the new one. So this one is a good 1.5 inches on both sides, bigger. So yeah, I think there'll still be the odd time. Like, I don't know that we'll necessarily have these square ones anymore, like this kind of a die set. But these big dies are awesome. And now that we're doing more scrapbooking, my stickies, I got to put a magnet sheet in there. Now that they're selling more scrapbooking stuff again, I think we're going to see more big things because that works really well. You can use them for card making, but it works really well on scrapbooking and home decor and stuff. So I think we're going to see more of those. Anyways, those were the huge ones. Okay, so I took 2 sets and I just took 2 things out. So this is likely how it would be, right? You would have a stamp set in one and dies in the other one. And then you could, I like to store mine together. Some people store them differently, and you can still do that. You can still put this in with the stamps and this in with the dies. And these are just ones that I, just like I said, I made my own. This is not what the new packaging looks like. So that's why these are shorter. You can see the paper from the old versus the new. But I just stuck them in here, and this is my note because this is a very big snowflake. So you always have to have block F, which is the biggest block. And it's not one I normally take with me to class. So I put a little note in there so I don't forget. So I just took, because so depending how you did this before, if you got your old clear stamp sets and you kept them between the 2 pieces of plastic like this. And see, I don't. I pull mine off the plastic. I put them in the stamp set or in the stamp case, and I throw these 2 pieces away. So I don't have any of these pieces. Now, I know some people who save them or some people who leave them like this, even in the case. So you guys are golden. I didn't have that option. So what I did, though, is I just took a piece of window sheet. Now, what I noticed was with the clear mounts, because I don't have them on 2 sides. I just have them on one side. They do tend to stick to the case. But I found that so I'm just pushing on the sides of the thing, right? If you push on the sides, then you can easily get them in and out. So this is just a piece of window sheet that is 5 inches by 6 inches. And it was big enough because I was trying to maximize how could I get 4 of these pieces out of one 12 by 12 window sheet. You can't make it 6 by 6 because this is only 5 1/4 wide. So I made this 5. And then same thing, when you go to put it back in again, if you just kind of push on the side, so instead of having it completely flat, if you just kind of push on the sides, it will go in even though it doesn't have that top piece over it. But if you've saved those other pieces, then you're laughing. So if you did decide that you wanted to convert some of your old photopolymer, like maybe you have some sets that you're never going to get rid of and you want to keep, and you want to put them in with the new system because this is now going to be your front and center system, it's doable. And then this is, so these ones, I couldn't get easily into one of these stamp cases, right? When I tried, I did get them in there, I think. But like the way I was doing it with the magnet sheets, sometimes we just end up with big ones. And they are just, so this one I couldn't get in because they had these 2 big dies, right? So I would have never fit them in this case anyways. But I just put a bigger sheet of magnet. So instead of the size I normally cut, I just left it a bit longer. And yes, it's a little bit floppy. Like this is just magnet with no backing. It's just got sticky backing, but there's no like hard cardboard or anything on it. But I found that it works just fine this way. Like I didn't need to do anything else with it. So I have this, and then I can just slide it in and out of this case. The pieces of bag that I buy are an 8 by 10 sheet. So this is 8 by 5. I just cut it in half. Normally I would cut a strip off and then cut it in half so that it fits in the other case, but I just left this long. And so this works like a charm. I can see it. So in the new packaging, this is what it's going to look like only it'll be stuck to like just sticky. It won't be magnet, but you'll be able to see the dies. And then on this side, you would normally be able to see like a picture of what they cut out. So I'm undecided whether I would like put my dies in this way so I could like the old one so I can see them, or if I want to see the name. But the other thing you'll notice, this was the big set I did all those snowflakes with. I had so much fun playing with these snowflakes. So the other things that I've shoved in this thing are the masks, right? They come with the set. Plus these are the 2 templates I made that show what the mask pieces, like what each layer, what you get as a result. So you can mix and match. So all of those pieces are in here with the dies. These didn't fit in the case. The masks themselves fit in the case, but look at how slick all this stuff fits together. So now instead of having to have something separate, they're all going to fit together quite nicely. So I don't know. I'm kind of a fan of the new packaging myself. And then to answer the other question, yes. So here is just a regular. This is a smaller set, right? So this is just the piece that was in the cases. Now I just popped it out and threw it in here. So yeah, they won't all be as tall as the other ones, but I think if you had them all stacked up like this in a bin and you were flipping through them, I think you'd be able to do it. Like I said, I think with my old dies, I mean, I love this set. Oh my God, I love this set. I would put them this way. So as I was flipping, it would likely be behind the stamp set anyways, but so that I could see the dies right away. Like I want to see the dies, not just a picture of them. I want to see the dies and then the stamps. So that's how I'm going to go. But in case you're wondering, yes, you could fit the red rubber ones in here as well. So I did the same thing. This is the other piece I had, 5x6. So I got a big piece of hair on my stamp set there. The red rubber ones. Oh, this is the other thing I have. So in my other one, I would put this between the layers of the case. These are the little masks for when you're masking. We'll have to do that. I had so much fun making this card with all the elves on it. Oh my God, it was so much fun. But so these are just little sticky notes. So I've just stuck them to this instead of the inside of the case. And you do have to fold the old labels. You have to fold the spine over. If you try to leave them flat, they're too wide. But same thing, I just took my red rubber stamp set, another 5x6 piece of window sheet, and same thing, I just pop it in here. These ones tend to stick to the container less. Like I don't even have to pop this thing, like hold this open. They don't stick. It's just the photopolymer ones that kind of stick a little bit. But there you go. New packaging, slick as can be. So yeah, if you want to convert some of your old sets over so they're in the same bin. So like this one came out, it was red rubber. If this carries over, it will continue to be sold as red rubber until they run out. If they carry it over once they run out of red rubber, they will switch it to photopolymer. But if this one carried over, which I hope it does, I love this one, into the annual catalog, let's say, and they still had stock left, they're not going to go and throw all the red rubber out and make it photopolymer. They will only take red rubber stamp sets and reproduce them in photopolymer if they continue to be in production or like available, like current, and if they run out of the old ones. So you may or may not see them. But so yeah, like if you're like, oh, I love this one, but I'll wait now and I'll order it in photopolymer, probably not. I mean, there might be some, but I would think no. I would think anything from November forward, anything that releases new in November forward is what's going to be in these cases, and they'll all be photopolymer going forward. So, fun with packaging. Okay. Let's look at some kits now. Okay, so this one is already open because I was already playing with it a little bit. Because I have to show you stuff. So this is called, the paper is buried in here somewhere. This is called Nuts for Nutcrackers. It's not actually called that. It's called the Nutcracker. Oh, just a minute. I gotta go back to one arm again. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not. It sounds so loud to me, but so this is the Nutcracker tags kit. And it is pretty slick. There is 12 tags in here. There's 4 different designs and 4 different languages for the sentiments. And they have these, oh, God, it is so tight on my arm. They have these gold, they're embossed and they're kind of glittery, but it's not loose glitter. I'm super impressed with the gold on here. So believe in the magic of Christmas, for you, cheer to last the year and sending joy. That's the 4 sentiments. But then they're also in French, German, and Dutch. I might have got those backwards. Okay. No, I think that's German and Dutch. So we have those. And then there's 4 nutcrackers. Where'd that one go? Oh, there it is. There's 4 nutcrackers. Right? And then this was the genius thing they did though. And then there's the parts that make the tag. And there's also, hopefully I didn't screw that up because it'll just start again, but I was trying not to move. And then there's some black string to go with them. I'm trying to remember what else is in here. Oh, I think that's it. Oh, yeah, I am missing one sheet. Where is the holly? Sorry, I have the thank you cards that I'm making for people who donate the cards for soldiers. That's inside. They're very adorable, but I'm not going to show them to you. And then there's a sheet of holly that you can pop out. So, but what they've done is they've made it so that This is this guy, which is the red guy. The girl is the red guy. So one of them is a girl, Nutcracker, right? So she's the one that goes with the red tag. Right, so I'm only going to show you one of them. So you take that, you pop up this red tag. They're all in order. Normally it's the color that surrounds them, but for some reason this is pink that surrounds, because it's sort of pink and red there. And then there's these two little pieces underneath. So in this case, it's the hat and the boots. We pop those out and we put, Lord knows, my desk is such a mess right now, but I just saw the things. And then we put some dimensionals. There's dimensionals in the kit. This is just my piece that was on the table already. So we put dimensionals on the back. I like to put 2 because then it stays in place. It doesn't twist and spin and stuff. So this is her hat. We just pop up over top. So underneath is just a solid color, but the pieces that go on top have the gold embossing on them. Okay, obviously I moved too much because my thing's going again. Just a minute, I gotta put my arm down. And then you see how it gives you like a little bit of dimension on our tag. And then we have this one. So then we could tie, I can't do it with one hand, so we can tie a string. These two go together. So the little tag piece goes behind. Now, some people like to stick these together, like to glue them together. Some people leave them loose. This one, you can put the two from like writing on the back. So maybe you want to leave them loose so you can pull it out away from this piece. It's whatever you want to do. But they make like this. And then sorry, I'm being like super distracted right now. I got blood pressure thingy. Yep. I'm trying to pop one of these out with one hand without wrecking it. So then we take one of these little guys. Itchy nose. And you can pop it onto the side of the tag somewhere. So you got one of those. And then the sentiments. And you pick the one you want. This one says sending joy. And so one-handed crafting. Yeah, it's like a sport. There we go. And you can just pop it in like to the side or over top, or I don't know, however you want, wherever you want to put it. And you have that, and then you put a little bit of string on it, and you have these adorable Nutcracker tags. So that this kit, it's I love Nutcrackers. Now my brother is in the army. He's about to retire after 42 years in the army. He is not in Lord Strath, but he is in the army, and I have been for years. Have been buying him Nutcracker things. So when I saw these, this kit, and it's in the catalog. Okay, stop. So when you get a new catalog, you gotta be like me and you gotta scope everything out. So when the new mini catalog came out, they always show kits. I just realized I ordered one of these kits. I did not see it in the box. Anyway, so when the new catalog came out, so we had already seen this was one of the kits that released in September, and this one released, I think, in August. So this is all I saw when it first came out, these Nutcracker tags, and I was like, oh my God. So I got very excited, and that's why I decided that that was going to be the cards for the soldiers. So I was quite happy when I actually got to see more of them, that they came with all the bits and pieces. Because what we're going to do for our little cards for soldiers initiative is I need to buy cardstock and I need to buy the kits. I've already actually bought them. I was afraid they would run out, so I used my own money to pay for them. Now we just have to get them. We have to raise the money back. But when you take the back piece, the sentiment, the little bow, and the little doom, and put them on a card base, you get this. And then I don't know what I did with them. Right now, they don't have any inserts in them. So we're going to take the white pieces of paper you would normally put on the inside. That's what everybody's going to write their messages on. Then we're going to put them onto the inside of the card. So we have 4, and I was debating leaving the back blank or stamping on them, and I haven't quite decided, quite honestly. But I have the old camouflage background stamp, and it's kind of funny to me to put it on the green one. So, but this is what the cards for the soldiers are going to look like. Isn't that adorable? And the kit converts so easily to go from tags to cards. I love it. I love it. So that's what we're doing. So yes, these are the cards we're going to make. There's going to be a whole lot of them. If you would like to donate to the purchase of the cards in the cardstock, let me know. If you want to come right in, let me know. If you want to be on the backup list, I think I might have enough people to put them together, but you can always put your name on the list just in case anybody can't make it. And somewhere towards the end of October is when we're going to get together and put them all together so they're ready for the 5th of November. But that's just not 100% decided yet. I need to check in with Kim and come up with a date. Okay, so yeah, it just occurred to me that I did not get. I'm just quickly gonna check these other boxes. My stuff got split up. Oh, it is there. Okay, so I'm going to put this one off to the side. This is the other one that I don't have time to do all of them. So this is the other one for remembering Christmas. Pretty sure I ordered 2 of those other kits, and right now I'm only seeing 1. That's what's screwing me up. So we had a similar, the reason I'm not putting this together is we had a similar one of these before. So I think I've done that before. I might at a later date decide to do it. We have some twine, but what it makes is similar to the travel journal that we had. And oh, you guys, I love the colors of this. Oh my God. Remember, because the last time we had one, it had the same big E in it. That was the thing. So it's got these little pieces of elastic in it. And in this case, it's this lovely red. And then it's got all the bits and pieces and parts and things where you take your pages. Oh, and look at this one's got like a little pocket in it. And you slide it in like this. You've got pages. So we've got a whole bunch of pages. I think this one's a pocket as well because it's thicker. Oh my God, look at this one. It's a house. How cute is that? Oh, and this is the one I saw. Oh, this one's a tree. You can put this on and it opens up as a tree. And then I think this one's a pocket as well. This one folds out. So you can put those on. And then look at the stuff you have to decorate this with. And there's letters and there's little tags. And then, oh, I haven't got to the good part. These are stickers. I can feel these are stickers. Look at this. There's like 4 sheets of the things. These make little pockets, right? These 2 make pockets. There's some more stickers. And then, look at these. Are these not nice? Aww. Shiny green foil. And there's 2 of those to make words. And then we've got another, oh, that's 1 sheet. That's stickers as well. And then we've got some more of those, and we got some more strips. There's going to be so many sentiments in here. Okay, so this one, oh, they are in the different languages. So this one appears to all be English. This one is German. So I have a feeling, I didn't look close enough the first time. Yep. Where's the other one? So these are in the different languages. 3 different languages. But here's the thing. Whether you're speaking English, French, or German, ho, ho, ho means ho, ho, ho. So you could reuse some of them. Père Noël. Some of the French ones might be a little more common. Although still not. O Tannenbaum, that's the Christmas tree song, O Tannenbaum. So some of the other language ones you might be able to get away with using too. You might even know somebody French or German and it's perfect. This one says 24/12. That's just the date. That doesn't matter which Oh my goodness, this is going to be a fun kit to put together. So you could use it for like any number of things. I haven't quite made all the scrapbooks and baby books, but I was thinking with mine that I was going to take all the pictures I have from when my son was really little of him and Santa and like little Christmas ones and sort of make a Christmas scrapbook of like Christmas through the years kind of thing. Instead of making like just each year that having it, like just put all the Christmas in one. So anyways, that's Remembering Christmas. That's one of the other kits that came out. The newest ones. And then this is the stunner. Woo! Oh my God, I've only got 8 minutes. Okay. Just a minute. So this is another one of those ones that you see a picture on the internet, and I try to put it in my newsletter or online or whatever, and the picture just doesn't do it. Oh my goodness, look how teeny tiny these little embellishments are. Oh my God, they're adorable. They're very tiny. This also, I'm trying to find the piece of paper. It's usually between layers. There we go. This has a fantastic stamp set. So this is what's in there. All is calm, all is bright. Merry Christmas. Look at this. Merry Christmas. It's fantastic. From our house to yours, sending joy. And then we have some little houses, trees, some little snowflakes, big snowflakes, some stars, right? This adorable little snowflake stamp set, packs a punch. But these are the cards, and they're a little better to see now than they were in the picture. So they're kind of pastels. Pastels are not normally my go-to, but made similar cards to this last year, and oh, love them. They have lots of texture, really pretty textured envelopes. like nice feeling textured envelopes. Oh, and look at that. This must be the card bases. Why can't I open them? There we go. Because they actually cut them the way I like. Oh, you guys, seriously, this is the first kit where the cards are cut like tent style. Oh, Tracey's super happy. Okay, so we have all of those. And then look at these little, they're kind of shiny little papers. Deer and house and ornaments. Oh, I see, we must have vellum in here somewhere because I see the little paper that they usually, oh no, not vellum, fancy die cuts. Look at that. Oh, this is like a really pretty shimmery paper. Oh, see, I saw a picture of it, or not a picture of it, a video where somebody else had made theirs already and was holding it up. Look at these adorable little tags. Where did those go? Oh, oh my God, this is a gorgeous set. Okay, I'm not gonna have time to put all of the cards together, which is unfortunate because this thing is just a stunner. But I'm gonna try to do one of them. Okay, I'm gonna do the one with the deer. So I'm gonna take this one. Oh yeah, these cards are like a little bit shimmery, but they are definitely textured. And they are, oh my God, they're just so nice. So this one. And then there's all the different layers that go on the card. So some of them have like a little notebook thing. That's the joy one from the middle. This one is the deer one. And these little pieces of cardstock are embossed. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. So like right along the edge, you can kind of see the line there. I don't know why I keep pulling off screen here. You can sort of see it. It's not going to focus very well. There we go. See, they're embossed all around the edge. And then these ones are, I was going to say stitched, but they're not stitched. There's like teeny tiny little X's, but there's no little holes. You can sort of see it there. Oh, there's just so much like little details and texture, and oh my God, these are pretty cards. Okay, so this one's going to go like this. And then it's going to have a big tree in the middle. This is me once again, not reading instructions, just popping things out. It's going to have this tree. It's going to have this tree. It's going to have this tree. And this tree. There's some white trees. That must be these ones, other ones back here. So this shimmery paper, there's 3 of each, right? There are 9 cards total. Yes. 1, 2, 3. There you go. So this paper on one side is just kind of we had it's almost like kind of pearlescent, I want to say. Oh my goodness, look at this card. So we get to layer these on. The tree on whatever. And I think this one, like if you want the pink in the front, put the pink in the front. If you want the green in the front, put the green in the front. But look at these. So we're gonna go like that. We're gonna have a strip, which I'm not gonna pull up. I love the sentiment, all is calm, all is bright. I think that's a great one when you just put like a nice little peaceful nature scene with that. So this is gonna have that stamped on it and go across. And then we're gonna pop a little deer. And then it's got these little, look at the, just, there's so many little, fine little details on here. Totally possible. Where does this one go? Oh, that's on that one. So I'm trying to, we're running out of time. So I'm trying to rush, but at the same time, we don't want to break the little pieces here. And then we have a nice little sprig. Oh, we get 2 little sprigs on this one. Excuse me. I've been losing my voice. Look at that. Nice little sprig. And then these little things that I said that we have, you can take one of these little ornaments and you can stamp a little star or a little snowflake on it. And you put it down there. And then you tie a little bow with the twine and you throw on a couple of the adorable little mini envelope or mini embellishments. Look at that. That's not even finished. That's just, oh, these cards are going to be so pretty. I will finish putting them together and take pictures of them, post the pictures later tonight. And I will post some pictures of my the tags. And I might even post pictures of the packaging. It might be tonight, it might be tomorrow, because we're running out of time and I gotta go get a couple things done. And my thing's about to go off again. So many good things coming out. Like I said, there, if you're thinking at all of buying the starter kit, you have any questions, feel free to let me know. I can tell you how it works. When you get the starter kit from me, I have a series of emails that I send out just saying, here's all the things you can get, just so you know, but you can also do absolutely nothing and just take the good deal, let it lapse and go about your business. Let me know if you want to make an order, kind of thing. Or I will show you how to make the orders if you want to make the orders and get the discount, or be part of a bigger group and run a business and you want to know the things I know, I'll happily help you. But even if you're just thinking, I can stock up on all these kits, I can get a whole bunch of kits and make all the different things I need for Christmas. Yeah, there's so many ways to make, like, there's so much good stuff out right now. You should have no problem filling up a starter kit, that's for sure. But if you have any questions, let me know. If you want to get in on the kit sale, today is the last day for that. Registration for classes. Sorry, I'm back to one arm again, just a minute. Registration for classes. If you are looking to help donate for the cards for soldiers, or if you are want to get one of the kits from our extravaganza for those cards, which I put out of reach now, just pop me a message or watch for the links on my page. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait. Okay, I gotta hang up because then I'm gonna go as soon as my arm stops beeping. I'm gonna put these cards together because they are beautiful and I cannot wait to see them. All right, thank you everybody. Have a fantastic week. Happy Thanksgiving if I don't talk to you before then, and take care everyone. We'll see you later. Bye.